Hi guys, this is another episode of the Ramblerz podcast. At this point, we don't even know what episode it is, but I'm Shalom the homie.
I am king.Julianno. A lot has been going on. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are watching this have probably seen it. So recently, a very popular artist by the name of Drake.
I go by the name of Drake.
Also, Aubrey
Graham,
I believe that's his name, actually got booed off stage. Now, as you guys know, me and this guy are pretty big hip-hop fans, so, we kind of saw this circulating through Instagram and all these other little social media pages. And, this past couple days, it sparked a lot of controversy, I would say.
Yeah.
It was at the festival. I believe it was at Flog.
Flog, yeah.
So, and I believe that's a festival. This guy knows a little more about it than I do.
It's like a festival that Tyler, the Creator, an artist, rapper, or just creative, he just kind of made it just in general, because he wanted to kind of have his own festival, a concert, but also just rides and stuff like that, and also just different creatives there. It's I don't know specific year, but it's the 2019. I have no idea what the specific
2019 Camp Flog Gnaw.
Because he's been doing it since I believe either 14 or 13. If you guys know that, don't I'm sorry, but yeah,
fake news.
But yeah, he created it, and it's just safe to say that what happened, what occurred, is just really it blew my mind, because I saw it the day of, and I was in a phone call with this guy, and he was I was bro, this just happened right now. Oh, okay. And then bro, it's gonna be hella big. Oh, okay. Because he was
I didn't even realize
he was occupied with something, so he was kind of distracted. But and then the next day, everybody's talking about it.
I was on the phone call with him, and then I think obviously I was occupied, and I was like, okay, that's crazy. But then I started seeing it the next day everywhere on social media. It was this is one of the biggest things that has ever happened, because obviously it's Drake, and Drake is one of the most biggest.
He's a really at this point, he's been in the game for over a decade almost.
Yeah.
And then he's basically a legend.
Yeah.
One of the legends.
And a lot of people's eyes too. He influenced a lot of people. A lot of people grew up with Drake. A lot of people, a lot of people of our generation, us being Generation Z or whatever you want to call it, grew up listening to him in middle school, throughout high school, and to this day he still continues to have multiple hits.
Yeah.
All the time, he always stays at the top, no matter how many years it's been. Drake always got that consistency.
Yeah.
I would definitely say.
So what happened was, so for the festival, basically, of course, Tyler was a headliner, but for the next day, what was on the flyer or whatever, and of course said everybody else, but then the next headliner was basically just a question mark, and everyone was dude, hold up. Basically, just to get into it real quick, everyone thought that Frank Ocean was gonna be the headliner, and I don't want to say everybody, but basically, what happened really was people were assuming.
Right.
The assuming really got people to think about it, because they base it off nothing, basically.
Right.
And so Frank Ocean,
no
recently he's been releasing some tracks. He released 2 tracks, and and people, I don't know how exactly this happened, but people were just basically assuming, because every festival, people were, oh man, Frank Ocean's gonna be the special guest or something like that. But Tyler never confirmed anything, the festival never confirmed anything.
Right.
But yeah, anyways, what happened was, for the question mark, it was kind of a Friends type of thing. So basically, Tyler, he was on stage. He brought out A$AP Rocky, which he always performs every festival. He brought out Lil Uzi Vert, but then the next guest, which was the final guest, was Drake. And Drake came out, everybody was whoa, because he basically started off with the song that started from the bottom. Everyone heard that.
From the bottom.
Yeah, everyone was oh shit, And I know a couple people that went there, and they said personally the back area was mostly the people that were actually oh shit, it was because it's
so it was just the little dicky kids in the front.
Yeah, basically since Drake is in the front, he hears the people in the front. He's the only he's
right.
When you think about it, just perspective wise, and after he performed, I forgot what specific song, but people were booing him.
Yeah.
And he was oh, I can keep going, I don't have to keep going.
I can keep going.
Like I said, I'm here for you tonight. If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight.
I can keep going. You all want to see me keep going?
No, but it's hella stupid. But like, yeah, just whatever.
Yeah, no. So no, I saw the same thing, and like that's the thing too about a festival like that. You know, you got so many people there. Camp Flog Gnaw is huge, and I believe it's growing every year.
It's been good, yeah.
You know, just like any other hip hop festival, because you know, rap is like at the top of like the music genre right now. You know, it's all over the charts and everything. So these festivals such as Rolling Loud, Camp Flog Gnaw, they're going to continue to just keep growing. So I can only imagine from his perspective, you got like all these kids in the front, but you got a whole widespread of audience.
Because
you know?
when I went there, of course, and just in general, when you have to think about it, like there's different types of audiences.
Oh, most definitely.
And so like the people that were most likely in the front, who were spending the most money, are probably the ones that either thought it was Frank Ocean,
right,
or who just really support Tyler,
right,
and just like everything,
because they're that hardcore fan base that's in the very front.
And then also you have to think about like just genre-wise, because like Frank Ocean's like, you know, he's a behemoth in the R&B. My bad.
Airbnb?
Sorry, I went to LA recently, and then like Airbnb. Whatever, but anyways, like it's just crazy because when you go there, or just in general, there's so many different crowds of people. Like there's different crowds, because like that festival is basically just like it's like alternative hip hop, some rock, some like new age stuff.
Right.
But like, and so you have all these people, and it's mostly everyone's there either for Tyler. But here's the thing about that: like I was getting some perspectives on it, and some of the people that keep going are like the people that were off of the Odd Future days, the edgy Tyler. And
because Tyler changed a lot over the years.
Yeah, and so that crowd is kind of like to themselves, you know, only listen to that type of music, and just like that type of music, like, you know, like,
oh, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Like just like
100%.
And so I was hearing that, like, okay, that makes sense. But like Drake, like not a lot of people like Drake. For me, like I like him, but not too much, like a hardcore fan. But I do like, I listen to all his hits. You know, I think we all grew up off of those hits.
Oh yeah.
And then like it's sad, honestly.
I
had mixed emotions when I saw it, honestly. But,
no, same here. Because
like they booed him off stage, and here's the thing about that: like afterwards, they were waiting. They were still waiting to see who this. They thought, because they didn't know it was over,
they didn't think
but it was
Drake.
over. And so basically, they were like, you know, taking everything down the stage, and everyone, when they figured it out, was like, "Oh shit, it's over! Oh, it's over! Can you bring Jake back?" But at this point, you know, it's like whatever. But
they didn't realize it.
But Drake kind of like.
Did they know?
But Drake, he came back. He was humble about it. He was like, "Oh, you know, it happens. You know, you don't win every show." But and then Tyler responded to it saying that it was he didn't fuck with it. He didn't fuck with that.
He was hella pissed. I saw it all over his Twitter.
He was pissed, man. Like, and for me, I don't really go on Twitter that much, but I saw like everything else like after.
Yeah, right.
Everyone was covering everything, but yeah, like he was hella pissed.
And I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah, and then and then Drake, I think Drake kind of like he, you know, of course the fans are being petty, but he was kind of being petty like by saying that he has a 10-year residency with Camp Flog now, so he's gonna be there every 10 years straight.
And he ain't going nowhere.
He's not going. But he's just like, there's many perspectives on this in my opinion. What do you think about it?
Yeah, so my perspective on the whole situation is, you know, coming from Shalom knows me very well, and a lot of other people know me well. I'm definitely not the biggest Drake fan. I don't hate the guy, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not going to go out of my way to go watch a concert of him. I'm not going to really go out of my way to listen to his music, but I wouldn't go out of my way to put that much negative energy out. You know, when I'm at a concert, I'm just trying to vibe. And if I spent all that money, like, in my head, I'm like, all right, like, whatever artist they decide to come out, especially because it's a special guest. And I already saw all these other artists I already like Tyler, all these other rappers, A$AP Rocky. Like, I'm going to be appreciative. I'm not going to go out of my way to just bring out that negative energy because it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's like, what are you solving by booing him off stage? Like, I could be disappointed when Drake comes out. Maybe I could be like, it's Drake. But whatever, right? Life goes on. You know, like, I'll be appreciative for what we have. And I think that's the problem with this society and a lot of people is some people are unappreciative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
it's like definitely. Yeah.
It's very unfortunate too, because it's like Tyler went out of his way to, like, you know, I'm sure he's probably good friends with Drake.
Because when you think about it too,
that's why that's why he's there. So it's like Tyler's probably like, dude, this is like a slap in the face for me. And it's like, I see the perspective where the fans are coming from, because you have to think about a lot of the people that are Tyler fans. They're that whole little clique of alternative kids that listen to Frank Ocean, and they're more into that wave.
It's like a whole different type of like music, because this just goes into like different
genres. Like you were saying, different crowds and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I saw that and I was just like, wow, like, you know, and I think it's one of those things where, like, with people, and it's interesting that you were saying that because a lot of people, you know, when we're talking about Tyler, he released that Ego album, and I feel like it attracted a lot of people that were more into mainstream kind of music into his music. Because you gotta think about it this way, you know, Drake's a mainstream artist, right? Everybody knows who Drake is. Most people, like, kind of generally listen to him, like, maybe not, like, consistently or religiously, but, like, a lot. So I feel like maybe that crowd that you were talking about that was a little more supportive of him, they were kind of more, not to put anyone in a box, but they were maybe more of the Igor fans or whoever that were a little more open to mainstream sounds.
There's different like Tyler fans in my opinion.
Yeah, there's different kinds of Tyler fans, but regardless of what kind of fan you are, I still think it was unnecessary to boo him. That's my whole little spiel on it.
And like to go back off of what he was saying, like to think about just think about it, like Tyler. He started basically from like edgy music. Like, not everybody like fucking with him.
Hella like always reminds me of Eminem.
He started a wave that basically, in my opinion, like started everything.
Yeah.
But then like of course then from there you have ASAP Mob. In my opinion, ASAP Mob is not to get off topic, but it's more fashion. In my opinion, and in the whole Odd Future wave, because everyone different have waves. So the whole ASAP Mob is a different type of wave compared to the Odd Future wave and Tyler wave.
Right.
But anyways, to think about it, his position right now is way more like bigger than he was before. And
Tyler's position?
Yeah, Tyler's position. And the thing about it, he was able to get Drake, to come to his festival.
Right.
And people probably weren't really thinking about it because they were clouded by the Frank Ocean thought.
Right.
But like
in the moment, it was very in the moment.
And but like when you have to think about it, he's in a position where he could ask favors, or just bring people that are like more successful than him.
And like Drake, and to go off of what you said, you know, I actually don't see a lot of festivals where Drake's performing. To be honest with you,
it's mostly like different, like Coachella.
Right.
Sometimes Coachella, but like
the big festivals because he's such a big artist.
Because in the past camp Flog Gnaw, he was able to bring Kanye West, Kid Cudi, which is basically Kids See Ghosts. He brought him last year, and then the year before that, which I went to 2017, he had Kid Cudi, and then the other one at the other stage it was 2 Chainz, and then previous to that, like he had Lil Wayne, he's had Pharrell, just so many.
I didn't realize how many years it was going on for. That's crazy.
So like. I'm just like, excuse me, I don't really know like the specific number.
This guy knows a little more than me though.
So like, because I've been a Tyler fan for so long. Like, it's just crazy in my opinion. We have to understand too at the same time. But then again, like it just triggers me just knowing about it.
It's one of those things where like, you know, going off of what Shalom says, I think we both kind of feel the same way about it. You know, I feel kind of like a part of me is I might have a little bit of bias. I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but like I said, I still would have never booed him off stage. I would never do that, something like that.
I'd probably, because you said you would probably never go out to see him. I'd probably go out and
go see him, You
know, but you know, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think enough's kind of been said already at this point because it's been like over almost a week. Because it happened on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like this Sunday or whenever this gets released, it happened. It happened on the 9th, I believe.
Right,
it happened on the 9th, yeah.
What would you say, like, so for Drake, what I was kind of, like, seeing a little opinion, what I was kind of thinking about, or kind of considering was, at the end of the day, like, I think Drake handled it the right way, but I also think, too, you know, like, I don't really think it affected him that much, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this is one unsuccessful show. You're gonna, as an artist, you have to, like, have unsuccessful shows where, you know, sometimes people don't mess with you, and,
it's just I get it because, you know, of course I get that too. Every artist doesn't have like the best show. Because for instance, if you have the Festival of the Juggalos, I forgot what the festival's called.
Was that Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse,
right?
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse. Not to get off topic, but if you kind of, since that's a whole other wave, it's like rock, hip hop. If you bring like some random has nothing to do with that genre, then people are gonna, of course, that crowd is gonna be like boo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, it's just insane. It's just insane.
Yeah.
It could happen, basically.
Yeah, so basically to wrap things up, you know, Shalom as a Tyler the Creator fan, you know, I think we both, what would you say, we both kind of feel the same way.
I feel like
about the situation.
Same way.
You know, it is what it is.
No one should ever be booed off, just in general, like off the stage. Like, just in general, like.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It happened, and you know. But Drake, all I gotta say is, you know, I don't think this is gonna affect Drake. I think he's gonna go on to make a lot more albums, and he's gonna have a successful career.
Yeah.
So to the Drake fans, I don't think it's the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
So you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's funny. It's funny, and it's like, it's funny, and it's kind of like just,
yeah,
it's like stupid.
It's funny but irritating at the same
Yeah.
time. Yeah, but with that being said, that's the take on Drake. The take on Drake,
Eternal Atake.
who isn't that fake. Did you stop it?